The glittering facade of modern celebrity culture often presents a narrative of flawless romance, where global superstars seem to move through life according to a perfectly scripted fairy tale designed for public consumption. In the hyper-visible world of contemporary pop music and Hollywood cinema, few figures command as much intense scrutiny and collective fascination as the multi-talented icons who dominate both the musical charts and the silver screen. When two individuals from this rarefied atmosphere cross paths, the world watches with bated breath, dissecting every shared glance, every subtle gesture, and every cryptic lyric for a glimpse into the human reality behind the carefully curated images. We live in an era where the boundary between a performer's private emotional landscape and their public persona is constantly eroded by the unyielding demands of 24-hour entertainment news and social media analysis. This relentless focus creates a unique kind of pressure cooker environment where relationships are not merely personal milestones but global events discussed by millions of strangers across the globe. For an artist who has spent over a decade navigating the highest peaks of international fame, love is never simple, and the transition from one life chapter to another becomes a complex dance performed before an audience of millions. The public often forgets that beneath the spectacular stage outfits, the multi-platinum albums, and the cinematic triumphs, there are real individuals navigating the same universal complexities of human connection, heartbreak, growth, and reinvention that affect us all. This captivating interplay between public expectation and private truth sets the stage for a story that has recently sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, reminding everyone of the delicate balance required to maintain a sense of self while living under the permanent glare of the spotlight. As we delve deeper into the intricate tapestries of these high-profile lives, it becomes clear that the environments where these relationships form are often as extraordinary as the individuals themselves. Hollywood sets have long served as the ultimate catalysts for intense human connection, serving as modern-day crucibles where actors spend months isolated from their regular routines, deeply embedded in immersive, fantastical worlds. Within these creative spaces, professional camaraderie can easily evolve into something far more profound as shared artistic passions and the grueling schedules of major productions foster an undeniable emotional intimacy. The public is endlessly captivated by these behind-the-scenes transformations, tracking the subtle shifts from co-stars to real-life partners with an almost obsessive dedication. Before we unravel the latest chapters of this complex narrative and uncover the truths that have recently come to light, it is the perfect moment to ensure you never miss an update on these evolving stories. If you appreciate deep, analytical explorations of the cultural moments and figures that shape our world, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications, as your support allows us to continue bringing you the most comprehensive and nuanced reports from the heart of the entertainment industry. The fascination with these figures is not merely about gossip, but about understanding the human condition as it is reflected through the lens of extreme fame, where every personal choice carries immense weight and reverberates across the cultural landscape in unexpected ways. To truly understand the atmosphere of mystery and anticipation surrounding the current situation, one must look back at the intricate histories and previous commitments that defined the lives of those involved before their paths converged. Every high-profile romance carries the baggage and echoes of past chapters, including former marriages, public separations, and the inevitable emotional collateral that occurs when long-standing unions dissolve in the public eye. The trajectory of a global pop sensation is inevitably shaped by her history of love and loss, with each past relationship leaving a permanent imprint on her artistic output and her worldview. When new connections form amidst the ruins of older ones, the narrative becomes infinitely more complicated, drawing in families, ex-partners, and a public that is quick to assign labels and take sides without fully understanding the nuances of the situation. The emotional landscapes of these individuals are rarely as black and white as the headlines suggest, and the quiet spaces between the public announcements are often filled with profound contemplation, mutual respect, and difficult decisions that are hidden from view. As time passes, the initial storm of media attention gives way to a quieter, more mature reality, where the individuals must decide whether the bond they forged in the heat of a creative whirlwind can truly withstand the test of daily life and long-term compatibility. This delicate navigation of personal boundaries and public expectations creates a palpable tension, an underlying sense that beneath the calm exterior, Significant shifts are occurring that will alter the course of their lives once again. This brings us to the present moment. An electric period marked by a massive return to the global stage and a renewed focus on creative expression that seems to signal a major turning point. During a recent monumental performance that kicked off a highly anticipated stadium tour, the atmosphere in the arena was nothing short of magical, filled with thousands of devoted fans hanging on to every single note and word. It was during this spectacular showcase of artistry and resilience that subtle playful hints were dropped, sending the audience into a frenzy of speculation about what was truly happening behind closed doors. The energy in the room was a testament to the enduring power of an artist who can transform personal evolution into universal anthems of empowerment and self-discovery. Yet even as the crowd cheered and the lights flared, an underlying question lingered in the air, a sense of an impending revelation regarding a relationship that had spent years navigating the quiet spaces away from the cameras. The deliberate ambiguity of these on-stage moments served as a brilliant prelude to a deeper reality, leading the viewer to realize that a profound transition had taken place in secrecy, far from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. The quiet murmurs that had been circulating through the inner circles of the entertainment industry have finally crystallized into absolute certainty, as major news outlets have officially confirmed the dissolution of one of Hollywood's most talked about and heavily scrutinized romances. For 3 years, the bond between the international pop icon and her acclaimed co-star seemed to defy the intense gravitational pull of public skepticism, yet insiders have now revealed that the pair quietly parted ways several months ago. According to highly placed sources close to the former couple, this monumental decision was by no means a sudden or volatile rupture, but rather the result of a prolonged, deeply reflective process between two mature adults who realized that their paths were diverging. The narrative surrounding their separation emphasizes an overwhelming sense of mutual respect and deep admiration, with both individuals concluding that the profound connection they shared was better preserved within the boundaries of a lifelong friendship rather than a committed romantic relationship. This revelation has recontextualized much of their recent public behavior, showing that while the world was busy speculating on their future, they were gracefully navigating the painful but necessary end of a major life chapter in total privacy. The choice to step back from a romantic commitment is never an easy one, particularly when every movement is tracked by paparazzi and analyzed by millions of fans. Yet those in their immediate circle insist that both parties are handling the transition with immense dignity and clarity, focusing entirely on their respective careers and the exciting artistic endeavors that lie ahead. To fully comprehend the gravity of this sudden conclusion, one must look back to the Grande, cinematic crucible where this unexpected love story first ignited, a setting that inherently carries its own intense emotional stakes and creative pressures. It was on the sprawling, multi-million-dollar set of the highly anticipated film adaptation of the Broadway musical phenomenon, Wicked, that these two distinct worlds collided in a spectacular fashion. The pop superstar arriving at a pivotal moment in her own personal history following the quiet unraveling of her marriage to luxury real estate agent Dalton Gomez, found herself deeply embedded in an immersive artistic experience that demanded her complete emotional vulnerability. Standing opposite her was a celebrated star of the theater world, a man who had earned critical acclaim for his brilliant performances, but whose personal life was anchored in a deeply rooted, decades-long history with his high school sweetheart. Lilly Jay, the creative energy of a major cinematic production, often fosters a unique breed of intimacy where long hours, shared artistic visions, and the isolating nature of international filming locations create a powerful bond between performers. As they brought their respective characters to life on screen, an undeniable real-world connection began to blossom, occurring at a time when both individuals were independently navigating the complicated, often agonizing endings of their previous marital unions. This alignment of timing and shared circumstance created an immediate media sensation, casting a permanent spotlight on the production and ensuring that their burgeoning romance would be forever linked with the artistic triumph they were working so tirelessly to create. The transition from a quiet backstage connection to a matter of glow, foul public record was met with an immediate and ferocious storm of media controversy, introducing a level of public tension and emotional conflict that would characterize the early chapters of their relationship. In June of 2023, the narrative shifted dramatically when the actor's estranged wife broke her silence in a searingly candid, exclusive statement to the press, directly targeting the pop star and igniting a fierce cultural debate about loyalty, relationship ethics, and the collateral damage of celebrity romances. Expressing the raw pain of a woman watching her family structure dissolve under the global spotlight, she publicly lamented that her young son, Ezra, and herself had become mere casualties in a high-profile Hollywood narrative, famously declaring that the singer was simply not a girl's girl. This explosive accusation sent shockwaves through the fandom and the wider media landscape, instantly creating a polarized environment where the public demanded answers regarding the exact timeline of events. In response to the intensifying backlash, close friends and insiders fiercely defended the new couple, adamantly maintaining that no ethical boundaries had been crossed and that the actor had been entirely separated from his former wife for at least 2 months before any romantic involvement with his co-star began. This conflicting web of statements, timelines, and deeply hurt feelings created an indelible layer of tension around the romance, forcing the couple to build their relationship amidst a barrage of public judgment and the deeply painful reality of a broken home. In the wake of that initial tumultuous introduction to the world, the couple made a conscious and deliberate choice to retreat from the public eye, engineering a relationship that existed almost entirely behind closed doors and away from the predatory gaze of the media. For nearly 3 years, they maintained a fiercely guarded privacy, rarely appearing together at high-profile industry events and keeping the details of their shared life strictly confidential. This strategic silence was a necessary defense mechanism against the persistent scrutiny that threatened to overshadow their artistic achievements and personal peace. The rare exceptions to this rule only served to heighten public curiosity, such as a fleeting moment in December when intimate photographs emerged showing the couple celebrating the holidays in a warm domestic setting, offering a rare glimpse into the genuine affection and normalcy they fought so hard to maintain. Yet the underlying pressure of a romance born out of controversy and sustained under constant observation is an exhausting burden to bear, and over time, the initial spark that had been forged in the creative whirlwind of the movie set began to transform. The quiet dissolution of their relationship several months ago stands as a testament to the fact that even the most deeply felt connections can succumb to the shifting tides of personal growth, changing priorities, and the unyielding realities of life after the cameras stop rolling, leaving both individuals to face their futures apart but fundamentally changed by the journey they shared.